Township Community Mental Health Board has funded 16 behavioral health organizations to provide services for our residents. We interview some of those agencies here. La Junta Comunitaria de Salud Mental del municipio de Lisle ha financiado 16 organizaciones de salud conductal para brindar servicios a nuestros residentes. Entrevistamos aquí unas agencias.
Zabanko with the Lisle Township Mental Health Board, and we're here today with Eric Metcalf.
Yes, sir.
And Nami. So Eric's going to introduce himself later, as well as the services that are being provided.
Yes, I'm Eric Metcalf, Director of Peer Workforce Development. I want to show you our living room.
Very good. Well, Eric, can you tell us about your role here at NAMI, as well as all the services that are provided?
Sure, by all means. My role here is Director of Peer Workforce Development. In that role, I'm responsible for doing a lot of the training of our recovery support specialists or peer specialists, the individuals that actually work with peers who may be struggling with a mental health diagnosis. For example, where we're standing right now, this is NAMI DuPage, it's a living room. We got quite a few services, but this one particular place right here is where we help individuals de-escalate symptoms. So if you feel like you're experiencing a crisis, maybe there was a bad breakup, a loss of a job, a loss of a loved one, you can come to the living room as an alternative to the ER, to the emergency room. It's a very, as you can see, we try to make it very warm, very inviting. This is one of other services that we offer, such as our peer one-to-one services. So, for instance, an individual may come into the living room, we de-escalate the symptoms, and then they decide, I need maintenance. You can sign up for peer one-on-ones, where you can meet with a peer specialist for a 1-hour session, one time a week. We also have support groups. Every Wednesday night, we have our individual support groups. We get about 80 plus people in the building. We have individual and family members come in. Then we can provide you group support. And then we also offer educational classes. We have a lot of workshops where you can get educated. Our mission statement is to provide education, support, and advocacy. So those are the 3 components that make us who we are at NAMI.
So Eric, I was also wondering, this new funding that you've received from the Lisle Township Board, has it allowed you to expand services?
Yes, tremendously. We're actually now able to go into our communities more. Whereas before you would have to come to us, we now go out in the community, we go to hospitals, we go to housing centers.
I know that in Lisle, for example, there are several PADS housing units. Are you able to reach out to them?
We actually work out of the Interim Housing Center, which is in Downers Grove. We work there, but it stretches out to all of the surrounding communities because those individuals stay on site there. And we want to be on site where they're at.
I understand.
So yes.
Thank you. Well, today we're here at the Ray Graham Association with Juliana Alfano. Juliana, what do you do at this organization?
Sure, I'm a therapist with Emerge Behavioral Health Clinic through Ray Graham Association.
And in general, what does Ray Graham do for our community?
Sure, we equip people with disabilities to live a full life in the community.
I see. And with this current funding that we've provided your organization, what have you been able to do?
The funding has been so significant for us. As a result, we were able to hire a new therapist and of course increase the amount of people we can see as a result. We've also been able to buy more adaptive equipment, which is equipment tailored for people with disabilities. It modifies them to meet their needs.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Well, we're at Samaricare today with Dr. Michael Bradburn. Now, Michael, could you tell us what you do here at the agency?
Sure, Alex. Good to meet you. I am the executive director here at Samaricare. So I do some counseling because we provide counseling and psychiatry, but I work with the other directors and people running development and clinical directors and so forth that help support the clinicians here who see patients.
I see. And what kind of services does Samaricare provide?
So we see really young ones, 2 years old, all the way up to older people, 92 years old, and we provide counseling and psychiatry for people of all ages across the lifespan.
Has there been a specific benefit from our funding of your agency that you've seen?
Definitely. We've been able to serve 400 people in the Lisle Township area, and 30% of them have received fee subsidy support through the Lisle Township 708 board. So we're very thankful for that. You've helped keep families together. You've helped people work through depression and anxiety, grief, and a variety of other challenges.
Well, thanks so much for that information.
Thank you.